Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kiana Antoinette. I'm a certified etiquette consultant. And today I want to talk to you about etiquette is not about perfection. And so I get a lot of times that a lot of people kind of stray away from etiquette because they say that they thought etiquette is about perfection, is rigid, is stiffy, is for stuck-up people, and that is so far from the case. That's so far from true. And so I want to talk to you about etiquette is not about perfection. And so one thing that I have learned through my etiquette journey is that etiquette, again, is not about perfection. Learning etiquette is about preparation, and then practicing etiquette is about presence. So it's about having that presence. And when you step into a room and you have the social graces to be able to navigate in that room, to be able to sit at a table and have confidence within yourself, it's a way to say, you know what, I respect myself in these social environments and I respect you as well. Because that's all etiquette is. Etiquette is about social graces and how you conduct yourself in social environments. And so it's not about being rigid. It's not about being stiff because, I mean, me personally, like, I'm a girl that came from the hood, and I just seen I had a vision of who I'm supposed to be. Me becoming an etiquette consultant kind of just fell in my lap. It wasn't something that I was searching out to do. I wanted to learn etiquette, and then the business and the certification kind of came along with it. But it's all part of the process. It was all part of the vision of the woman that I could see. And so when you just want to present yourself in a way that exudes confidence, exudes elegance, and being classy and being poised, you want to learn etiquette because you have to practice etiquette in those certain environments, right? So if you are invited to a high-end restaurant, like for instance, if your manager is saying, oh, you're doing such a great job, I want to invite you to dinner with me and a few of the other colleagues. I want to introduce you to them, right? Well, maybe this restaurant is a high-end restaurant, and they probably kind of expect you to know what fork to use, what knife to use, what type of topics did you even discuss at the table. Like they're probably expecting you to learn these things prior to even being in the type of environment that you're going to be in. And so that's what etiquette is. Etiquette is about you learning the protocols and the rules to set yourself up for success in those type of environments. So again, etiquette is not about perfection. Learning etiquette is about preparation. Practicing etiquette is about presence. You want your presence to exude confidence. You want your presence to exude to be elegant and classy and very poised. If that's the type of person that you want to come across as, then you need to learn etiquette because that's what etiquette gives you. For one, it gives you that you know the environment and you know the protocols of the environment and the culture. And so you conduct yourself as such. And it also communicates that, hey, I respect myself. Like, I respect myself and I also respect you because I want to do things that won't offend you. So if I get a phone call, I'm not going to be rude and take the phone call at the table. I'm going to get up. I'm going to excuse myself from the table and I'm going to take the phone call because I respect myself and I respect you as well. So it's little things like that. It's like the little details. That's what I like to say. Etiquette is like the little details. So if you go into a room and there's just a couch and there's just maybe a table and a lamp and that's it. But if you go into a room and there's a couch with beautiful pillows and maybe there's a throw and there's art on the wall and there's a table, but there's a lovely, beautiful rug under the table. There's a there's a table with a lamp on it, and then beside the lamp there's this beautiful flower, and then there's like these little details. So there's little statues on the table, and maybe some books, and the books are very decorative. And so there's a lot of little details that go in the room versus just a plain room with just a couch, a lamp, and a table. That's what etiquette does for you. Etiquette adds that extra oomph to you. It gives you that extra boost of confidence, and it exudes that, hey, I know who I am. I'm coming in this room confident because I know proper things. And even if you don't know them, it's okay. If you miss something, it's always a learning opportunity to learn something new. For me, for instance, I went to this high-end restaurant that I had never been to before. And at the end of the meal, they give you a wet cloth that has like a lavender scent. I was like, is this to wipe your hands? I didn't know. And he was like, yeah, it's for you to, take and wipe your hands with. So they brought out the cloth. It was a white cloth, almost like a white washcloth. And it was really warm, and it had a nice scent to it, and you are to wipe your hands with it. Like, I didn't know, and that's okay. I learned something new. And so it's literally a journey. And so as you learn etiquette, you could just go into social environments and you just blossom. You're no longer just a bare room, or just a room that just has a couch, a table, and a lamp. No, you have you have art on the wall, you have plants, you have the works, and you are beautiful. And that's what etiquette gives you, especially when you're networking, especially when you're meeting people for the very first time. So if you stay in your current communities and in your current circle groups and things like that, this may not be important to you. Etiquette may not be important to you because you're already comfortable with those group of people. You kind of know the culture. You kind of know that those certain things won't be expected of you. But if you are somebody who know that you're going to be networking, you know that you're going to be in rooms with kings, queens, and dignitaries and people of high standards and government officials, like you know that you're going to be networking with business owners, Fortune 500 companies, like this is the type of information that you need. Etiquette is the type of information that you need because etiquette is really about social graces. It's really about social graces. It's not about perfection. It's not about being rigid. It's not about, coming across as if you got it all together, as if you're perfect, because I'm a girl from the hood, okay? I don't have it all together. I'm not perfect. I don't say everything right. Like, I don't do everything right. I've just been on my etiquette journey. And on this journey, I have become someone who became a consultant because I'm passionate about teaching others. For you, it may be different for you. But if you are somebody who see yourself networking and exposing yourself to different cultures and different type of people than the people that you've been around maybe your whole life, then I highly suggest you to learn etiquette. And know that etiquette is different in different cultures. So what we may do here in America may not be the same thing that you would do in England or somewhere like in Europe or even Asia. Like there's different protocols for different places. But all in all, you should be learning. You should be evolving as someone who wants to network, as someone who wants to work with different people that may not look like you, different people that came from different environments than you. It's about social graces. Again, you can be the room that just has a couch, a nightstand, and a lamp. Or you can be the room that has the beautiful plush pillows on the couch with the throw and the art on the wall and the beautiful big flower and the plant and the lamp and all the little details that's sitting on the table, because you know etiquette and you allow that to exude confidence in you. You know how to greet someone the proper way. You know how to do a proper handshake. You know what to talk about and what not to talk about. You know what to ask and what not to ask. You know how to work a room with social graces. I was someone who was very timid and very shy and did not like to speak out. And so to see that I continue to evolve, and sometimes I have those moments, but I quickly push them away and I step into who I know that God has called me to be, right? But just to see the growth and the change over time and how etiquette has really added another layer of the growth and the maturing and the becoming of who I'm supposed to be is a beautiful thing. So now I can go in those rooms and I'm not just going in the room and just kind of making things up as I go. But now I go in the room because I have the knowledge and I'm practicing etiquette, right? So my presence is different. I can go in a room and my presence is full of confidence. My presence is full of elegance. And I'm a woman of elegance. I allow it to exude out of me because of the things that I practice with my etiquette journey along the way. Because this is where we blossom. This is where we exude that confidence, is when we know we are someone that's want to network, want to meet new people, want to be able to meet those business owners. You want to meet people or just meet people that you're not so familiar with and learn from them. Well, you got to get in their spaces. And when you're in their spaces, you have to be comfortable. And so if you can't come across and give a proper handshake or come across and just have the confidence that you need to be able to have a good conversation and be able to ask questions, then you set yourself up for a disadvantage. I look at it as this, is that people want to see you win. But I truly believe that most people would rather see you win than to see you lose. Granted, there are people out there who are wishing on your downfall, who don't want you to grow, who kind of hope that you just stay in that place, that maybe the place where they knew you, the place where they're comfortable with you. But that's not where you're supposed to stay. That's not where you are supposed to stay. You're not supposed to stay in that place. You're not supposed to stay in that place. You're not supposed to stay in that place. So the vision that you see of yourself, of who you are supposed to be, who God has created you to be, it's time for you to walk in that. It's time for you to be the woman of elegance and confidence and exude that within yourself, that it becomes who you are. And you're going to start with etiquette. Start with etiquette. So when you get in those rooms, you can be confident that you know the social graces to be able to go into the rooms and navigate. It's one thing to be able to be the social butterfly, but when it's time to eat, you don't know what fork to use. You may be a little sloppy. You may come across as offensive if you maybe answer your phone, maybe you blowing your nose at the table, like just stuff that a lot of people think is common sense. A lot of people just don't know. And if you don't know, you don't know. And so that's why you take an etiquette course. That's why you learn. Because etiquette is not about perfection. Learning etiquette is about preparation. It's preparing you to get in those rooms. It's preparing you that when you get in those rooms, you would have the confidence and you would exude the elegance and the poiseness and being polite and practicing good manners. Like it goes hand in hand. That's what etiquette, learning etiquette is going to do for you. Then practicing etiquette is your presence. It's when you get in those rooms and they see you and they see your confidence. They see your elegance. They see how poised you are. Because it's not about just doing it, right? But it's going to come to a point that's the more you practice it, it's going to become who you are. It's going to just come naturally. You're not going to have to force it. You're not going to have to practice it, so say. It's going to become who you are. And so join me Tuesday, April 29th, for a virtual dining experience. This is going to be a workshop, very interactive. You will learn and you will take away the knowledge of what to do at the table manners, proper dining etiquette protocols. You will learn these things. Again, it's going to be very interactive class. So it'll be on Zoom. It'll be virtual, so you can pretty much do this anywhere that you so choose. You will have materials that you would need to gather for the class. There's a few things that you would need to have a table set up. We're going to have our cameras on. We're going to really be interacting. I want you to ask your questions after we go through the slides, because I want you to learn this. Because my heart is really for people to truly become who God has called them to be. And a part of that is learning etiquette. So when we get into these places, we have the social graces to be able to network. We know how to talk to people. We know how to sit down and have a conversation over dinner. We know how to properly give a handshake and know to look somebody in the eyes when in America. That may, when you're somewhere else in a different country, we also know that could be offensive. And so we know the different etiquette protocols according to the culture, because we are navigating, we're international. Like, these are the people that I know that I'm called to, and I want to be able to teach you. And so if you think that is you and you want to learn dining etiquette, then definitely sign up. I have the link down in the description. Again, this course is going to be on April the 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, it is a dining etiquette virtual workshop where we are going to talk about dining etiquette. We're going to practice dining etiquette. So it's a very interactive workshop. So be prepared. This is not a workshop where you will, or a Zoom meeting where you're going to be able to have your camera off and maybe multitasking. You will be driving and on. No, this is going to be very interactive. So you would need to literally have the time to be able to sit down, have your materials, have your setting together, and so we can learn together. And so I hope that explanation of what etiquette is and what it is not really help you. And I hope to see you in the class. If you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, all of my information is in the description. And so I hope to see you all soon. Till next time, take care.